Hi, thank you for joining me on Dishing with me, Heather D. And today we're going to talk about some nice quick meals that you could prepare when you're having a busy week with your kids now that school has started. So as you can see here, I have an Italian loaf bread. And guess what I'm going to do with it? This Italian loaf bread is going to be used as pizza. Yes. We're going to stuff this pizza and we're going to make this really quick and easy for all of those who don't know what to do on that busy night and when your child is really hungry and you don't want to go to order a pizza or anything. This here is simple and I believe your family will enjoy this. So I'm going to take this loaf of bread, and it's just a regular Italian size loaf, and you want to use a really good serrated knife. I'm using my bread knife here, and I'm going to go ahead and saw this. And you want to try to saw this as good as possible. And it don't have to be even because, hey, we're going to use this in a way it's going to be eaten where it'll be easy for everyone. So we're going to do it in the boat type manner, like a sub almost. And we're going to take out some of that insides, but we don't want to throw it away. We're going to use that insides and put it in a bag because we can save that for when we want to make meatloaf. It'll be a nice filler. So I'm going to take some clean hands. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to empty out some of that inside of the bread, because you don't want to have a whole bunch of bread when you're making your pizza anyway. You're just going to take it out, and you want to go too deep either because you want to make sure that your toppings and everything you're going to use to fill inside this boat, will be able to hold on and not come apart. Just going to go ahead and pull it all loose and stuff it inside my little bowl here. You see how full this is? It is getting quite full. And I'm just going ahead and just emptying them out a little bit. And I am pretty much set with that part. And as you can see how it's hollowed out, now it's ready. But before we do anything else with this, I'm going to put this to the side. And I'm going to go ahead and brown up some meat. And right here, I have some ground beef. This is about a good pound, maybe a little bit more than 1.5 pounds of my ground sirloin. It was on sale at my local grocery store. And it's about 80-20 when it comes to the fat content. So if you want to, you can use ground turkey or you can use whatever protein of your choice. I'm using my ground beef, and for that little extra fat, of course, I'm going to use my extra virgin olive oil. So I'm going to place my bread to the side over here. And some of the other ingredients I'm going to be using is some turkey pepperoni. I'm going to use a little spinach. And see, with me using the leaf spinach, my kids will think that it's basil. And this is a nice way to also kind of trick your kids into eating something green and healthy if you have picky children. My kids are pretty good at eating vegetables, so I really don't have to hide it too much. But for this, I'm going to go ahead and just put a little bit into my meat mixture when I brown it up, and then I'm going to put a little bit on top just to give it a little pretty color. I also have a little bit of fennel seed. Fennel seed gives your meat, if you're not using Italian sausage, fennel seed gives it a nice Italian sausage type feel. And so I'm going to add that to my ground beef, along with a little bit of Italian seasoning, and of course my salt and pepper. And I'm going to go ahead and plug in my little contraption here that I always love to use. This is so versatile. I can use this for just about everything. It's called a dash. And you can probably even take this on road trips if you're going somewhere that probably allows you. I'm not for sure how many hotels or motels allow you to have like a little heating thing or device in your room. But this will make a nice little quick heating tool for if you want to have pizza or cookies or eggs and sausage. It's really good. Very versatile, like I said. I'm just going to go ahead and plug this in and let this get all nice and hot. Hi. Okay, now that I have my pans already heated, all I have to do is just go ahead and add my meat. But first, I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit of my olive oil. And this is only about 1 tablespoon because this is a non-stick pan. I don't want to add too much fat. We're going to try to keep this pizza as healthy as possible. if we can. So I'm going to go ahead and add my meat. Whoa, listen to it sizzle. And this is the perfect time. I'm going to go ahead and add my seasonings. With my salt and pepper. My Italian seasoning. And, of course, my crushed fennel seeds. I'm going to go ahead and just saute this some. And if you want, the fennel seeds really bring in some really good flavor. If you want, you can go ahead and add a few pieces of your washed spinach leaves. And I'm just going to break these up into little pieces a little bit and have it sauteed with my ground beef. And who cares if it's, not quite perfect. The whole idea is just trying to incorporate a little bit of green with your meat for those who have picky eaters. I wish you could smell this. The fennel seeds, the seasonings, it smells really like some good authentic sausage. And I'm just going to go ahead and just continue stirring this up and cooking this until it is all the way brown. Okay, as you can see here, I have my meat all nicely browned. I'm going to go ahead and transfer it into this bowl here. Because we want the meat to not be cooked quite all the way. They're brown all the way through, but they're going to finish cooking once it goes on top of the pizza. And while my meat was browning, I had my tomato sauce, which is a garden style tomato sauce blend that I got from my grocery store. And you can use whatever tomato sauce you like. You can use traditional tomato sauce or just, your 3-cheese tomato sauce. I chose to get the garden blend because it has more of the vegetables. Because we want this pizza to be kind of hearty and meaty. Something that's going to last and stick to their stomach at least until the next day. So I'm going to go ahead and just transfer this. Okay, now that we got our meat already cooked, and I already have my tomato sauce here inside of my pot that has been heating and it's already together. Now it's time to load up our little Italian pizza boats, and these are going to be loaded. Now, first I'm going to start with putting some of our tomato sauce, and you can add, like I said, whatever tomato sauce that you want, and I'm just going to coat the inside of our boat. And this is just going to keep it from being dry. Now, some people like to put their sauce on, don't like their bread when it's a little bit, gummy from the sauce or anything. So if you want, you can pre-toast these Italian bread pieces. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to put it and load it up on the inside. And this is just a garden style marinara sauce that I'm using. So, after I have it all fully coated, now I'm going to add my ground beef. And remember, this is the ground beef that I used when I added a little bit of that secret ingredient. Just going to pour that inside because we want to fill this up. Now, you can add your toppings on, top, but I'm just doing this as a filler because this is going to be covered with cheese, and then we're going to still add our other toppings on top of this meat and the cheese. So we just want to fill in these boats as much as possible. Get them loaded and have them looking all nice, because when you bite into it, you're going to have all that delicious goodness. It's going to be nice and filling. Okay, that is all set. Now, we're going to go ahead and add a few leaves of our secret ingredient. And we want to pull the stem off. So I'm just going to lay it on top. Secret ingredient won't be too much of a secret ingredient when they go and bite into it. But it's going to cook down, and that cheese and the flavors and everything, hopefully your kids won't notice. And if you want, you can cut these up into pieces where it won't be very noticeable. Or you can just cook all of it inside with your meat. That way, they won't really notice it at all. But we're trying to incorporate, veggies and make this a really fun and quick and easy and delicious dish. Now to top it with cheese. Now right here, I am using my mozzarella and provolone mix. And this is just a regular cheese. You can use whatever cheese that you like, but you want to make sure it has mozzarella for your topping. Oh yeah, this is going to be nice and cheesy. Woohoo! I'm going to put it on the second one. Load it up. You want this full as possible. Oh yeah. And then I'm going to use all this cheese. I don't want none of this cheese left out. Then I'm going to also use some shredded Parmesan, Romano, and Asiago cheese. That's going to also go on here. So I'm just going to sprinkle that. And this is pretty much the cheese that you would use probably on top of your spaghetti. And I'm just going to add extra flavor. And all these cheeses is just going to make that pizza taste so good. Now for the other toppings. I like black olives. So I'm going to add a little bit of black olives on one, and the other one will not have any black olives. Just going to load these up if I could keep them and don't have them falling over. And these are already sliced. Now if you want, you can go ahead and buy your canned olives and then you slice them up yourselves. But these were like little individual containers that I figured was really good and really nice to have. You can put them on top of your salad or eat them as snacks. Now for my turkey pepperoni. And this is going to give it some extra good flavor. And I'm going to top that on both of these pizza boats. Going to be so good. Because this is going to be fully loaded pizza boats. Oh yeah. And like I said, this is really quick and easy. Once you brown your meat and you have whatever other toppings you want, then the rest you just put in the oven. And you can bake this at 350 or 325, depending on your oven. You have to know your oven settings. We want to bake this at 325 for about a good 10 minutes, 7 to 10 minutes. And I'm going to use my stovetop thing here, and I'm going to let this cook. And it probably will only take about good 3 minutes for me because this is already hot. So I'm going to load these in and we're going to see what they look like. Hold on one moment and we'll be right back. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes, so now we're about to check on our pizzas. Oh yes, it got nice and toasty, just the way I want it. I'm going to bring this camera over as soon as I slide them off. Oh, and it got a nice crunch to it too. Slide it over onto my little cookie sheet here. Turn off my little contraption here. And since this was a gift, I was told by my mom that this was bought from Walmart. And you can check and see if they have it. It's called Dash. And it has a D with a little slash thing through it. But it is very versatile. As you've seen me, I've done udon noodle dishes. I've done Asian dishes. I can even fry breakfast on here. As if you've seen me in one of my first videos where I made crepes with my son. So yeah, this is a very useful dish. Okay, I'm going to bring this up closer so you can see how my pizzas look. Look at them. Don't they look delicious? Let me turn this around. Nice, got a little crust to it. Now, if you're just ready to cut into it. This is going to be the best part. Tasting. Alright. Turn this around this way. Get it? It got a nice crunch. Perfect. Cut a little bit further. Oh yeah. This is going to be so good. Oh, come on. I don't want to break it. Oh, cheese. Oh yeah. all that nice, delicious cheese. Mm. And when you cut it open, you see all that meat that's on the inside. Now, it's your choice if you want to do your meat on top. But for making this a little bit heartier, I went ahead and stuck my meat on the inside. Then I put my cheese and topped it with my other toppings. Now I'm going to taste this. This is good. And it was quick. 15 minutes maybe. All those flavors is all marinated through this nice loaded pizza. And this is real filling. You can have a salad on the side to make it a little more healthier. But pulling out that extra bread that will be used in a meatloaf recipe later on this week, it kind of cuts back on some of the carbs that you'll be eating when you have this pizza. So you definitely want to clean out and hollow out that bread a little bit and fill it with some good old protein. A nice quick dish for busy people during the week when they want to have something different and prepare for their family. So if you like this recipe, click like and subscribe to this channel. And you can also get this recipe. It is going to be on my Facebook page, Dishing With Me, Heather D. And then you will also be able to get this recipe on my new Instagram page, Dishing With Me, Heather D 9708. Please share this recipe. Subscribe. Try to help me get 30 subscribers by the end of this month. I know it's still the beginning, but I'm at 20. I just need 10 more. Each month I try to hopefully get at least 10 new people added to my channel. Help boost it up, help raise it up. But this is a really nice dish, and this is really quick and easy. So I hope you all have a great evening, and please remember, click like, subscribe, and share this recipe. Have a good evening, and God bless.